please info. We are live. And Paul, can you hear me?
Looks like she might have dropped while we were setting that up.
Okay, now we are live on YouTube anyhow.
Okay. All right. I guess you're up then, Simonetta. You get double.
I really lost the track for her because I was trying to set up
Sure.
the YouTube. So maybe can we give a few seconds to Paul to come back with us?
Sure.
Olive, are you able to understand if she's coming back to us?
Yeah, she will.
Okay, so I apologize, but I fixed everything with Julius, so.
Okay. Well, while we wait for the presentation, the overview of TIWN to get going, we can talk about a few other elements, such as the ambassador program. And Jackie, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I'll explain it myself. Jackie is our U.S. Head of the TIWN ambassador program. And basically, it's very straightforward. We set it up specifically for anybody who doesn't have the time to be an active volunteer or leader of the network. And essentially, it just comes down to this. If you're willing to promote us on social media or through in-person networking events, then we're happy to give you a free membership. We want you on the platform. And really what it comes down to is if you meet the criteria to be a social media influencer, usually, so that's 5,000 followers or more on LinkedIn. We do make exceptions for other countries that don't have large LinkedIn populations. If you have a bigger presence on a different social media platform, that's fine. As long as you meet that criteria, it's just a matter of posting or reposting our content at least 8 times per month. 4 of those on your own channels and 4 of those in other forums. So basically, you're just promoting the network. We don't require you to come to our meetings or be actively engaged as a leader. It really is just something that we're trying to provide for all the people who want to support us but don't have the time. And that also system will be going into place soon for the Impactful Business Network as we're launching that. So you can be an ambassador for both, get a free membership for both, and most of the time you can do both hand in hand. Jackie, anything you wanted to add about the ambassador program?
It's kind of a starter place where you can get your feet wet and to see the different areas that we're in, and to assist you in promoting us. We will be having newsletters and ways for you to understand when activities are happening so that you can do that effectively. Of course, LinkedIn would be our best vehicle. However, if you want to do it in your own other areas, that's wonderful as well. So it's just a starting place to see where else we are. And then, of course, we hope that you'll jump in and be able to find your little niche, place where you'll be more effective. And there will be a camaraderie between ambassadors. So that's generally it.
All right. So anybody that is interested in the ambassador program or becoming a regular member of TIWN, we invite you to join our WhatsApp chat where you can ask all of your questions. And whatever question you ask, one of our global leaders who's in the best position to answer it is going to write you a direct message. So very straightforward, very easy. Pop in there, introduce yourself and say what's on your mind, what questions you have, and we'll switch it over to a private message and get your questions answered straight away. Also, we'll give it 5 more minutes and then somebody else is going to have to take over this overview if Poe isn't able to make it back.
I'm here.
My suggestion, Nancy has done it before.
I'm here, Olive, if you want. I just I can run the presentation that we use in November for the
Okay.
official launch if you want, okay? So let me share the screen if I can. Let me
right.
do-
Take it away, Simonetta.
Can
Thank
you
you.
see can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so I really don't know where info was at this point, but let me start again because we launched officially the Impactful Women Network just at the end of last year. And this is the presentation we have used to introduce it. So again here, so the mission for the Impactful Women's Network is to inspire and empower individual and organization to take personal accountability for their impact in the world and to create a new definition of winning across all areas of society. So as you already know, probably because we discussed this point many times, we are moved by many pillars. We work with many pillars as the Impactful Women Networks, and one of those is the Impactful Networks, and one is the Impactful Women Network. We have another Impactful Coaching Coalition, NGO-supported networking, and global social movement. Our primary focus for the Impactful Women Network is to helping individuals to be more impactful in their career, in their personal life, as well as helping them own their influence, communicate and clearly to others, and create the own definition of success of life. I don't know why it's not okay. Beside what is written in this presentation, what we would like to do is to create a global community where people can really stay together and being able to share opportunity to share thought and to give to this community services, a continuing education platform, as well as actively working each other, also with local chapters, as long as we are going to be able to create this chapter. We have no intention of trying to compete with other network or local network that already exist, but we simply want to give the access and the help and the support that you may need or other people may need to group together and understand by using the concept of being impactful what we can do. So if you just Google, you can find everywhere resources, everywhere website that they're just talking about women empowerment. And they give you the opportunity to share resources or to connect with others. But our strength, as was described by Nancy and by Jackie, is that we are a global community. And even in this respect, we can be stronger than others and help you more than others to understand what you really need and what you can do to help each others. We are able to access many people around the globe. We are able to give you educational support, coaching support, mentoring, or whatever you feel the need to have in this respect. We created this community under a platform called Mighty Network to put everything together. The reason why I'm still not very precise in what I'm saying today is because we have ideas of what we would like to do, but we need the support and the help of you guys also to be more effective and to do for the best what could be necessary to do to help you. So the survey that you can fill in today, the ideas that you can give us, or joining us, helping us as a volunteer, is going to give us another way to fulfill the Impactful Women Network. I don't want to just keep going talking about Impactful Women Network, but I think that is really more important that you guys come back to us by giving us your thought, your feedback, or your needs, and helping us to build up this wonderful community together. So who knows me already know that I like to interact with people more than running presentations. So if I was clear enough in what I was trying to pass in terms of message and feeling, I hope so. And Fo was really much better than me. I'm more into show than just reading and showing presentations. So forgive me if I was not good enough at this stage, but I give the floor to my beautiful colleague if they want to add some more information, or if you want to just tell us. I mean, we are here today also to brainstorm, not only for the next session that Manuela is going to lead about changing corporate culture, but also in other points, other topics about the women empowerment and women network.
I have a question.
Jackie, you want to add something? Nancy, you want to add something?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Nancy?
Kathy Dirksen is here. I don't know if Kathy's really present or not, but her picture is. And she is definitely a disruptor and a catalyst for change in what she does. Kathy, I hope to put you on the spot if I can, or did you just leave? No, yeah, there you are. Hi. What would something as broad and as deep as the Impactful Women's Network do for some of the projects and groups of people that you're working with? What are the needs that you might have that we might be able to work with together?
Well, definitely the looking at a global impact, connecting women all over the world. And yeah, just to give the others kind of a quick overview, my main focus is creating collaborative book projects where I bring women together from around the world to write and share their wisdom and experience on different themes. So themes that would be of interest to the reader and the writer, themes like embrace courage, midlife awakening. Right now I'm focused on leadership, so women transforming leadership in community, in business, in science and tech. So yeah, groups like this where we're bringing people together, and Jackie, like you were saying, just really focusing on how can we be that umbrella? How do we bring them together? We're not squashing them. We're not making a melting pot. We're just supporting each other, getting a good idea what we're each working on. How can we work together? And so, yes, I love the connections and yeah, no, I think what we're working on here can have a huge impact. And impact is my word for this year. And and yes, we really should work together on this. And sorry, I haven't been on camera, but you see my dog is also not sitting still.
Yeah, vying for attention. We have several dogs in the audience that also are vying for attention. So we totally, whether it's a kid or a dog, we really got you covered. And as you can tell, we have a sense of humor, because if you don't, you're not going to make it in this world. So I am so glad that you have joined us, because it appears that we really are on the disruptor avenue as well, in a positive way, to disrupt what many of us are on, as far as a what do they call it? It's like a trance. We get to be an unconscious life. Absolutely, a perfect way of saying it. So we are so glad that you are thinking of being part of what's happening here, because I think you'll find a beautiful space here. The other person that I'd like to listen to for a moment, and I sure hope that she's there, is Lynette. Lynette, are you with us? Because what you have created is perfect for what we are doing. I hope that she's there. She's not. Olive, can you say more? Oh, there she is. Hi, Lynette. So good to see you again. Could
Good to
you
see you, Jackie.
Yes. Could you explain to us a little about what you're doing and how a women's network would help in what it is that you're doing?
Okay, my name is Lynette Guma. I'm from Kenya, Africa. I run an organization that helps vulnerable women and girls. I train vulnerable women in skills, business skills, so that they are able to earn a decent living and be able to educate and feed their children. These are women who didn't have an opportunity to go to school, and some of them moved from the villages to the city to look for employment. Unfortunately, they can't secure any good kind of employment because of lack of proper education. So they end up doing casual jobs. And some, when the casual jobs don't come by, they engage in prostitution or any other bad habits to make money because they have families, they have children they need to feed, and the children have to go to school and they have to pay their house rent. So they have to use other means of getting money, whether good or bad. I bring these women together, especially from the slums, train them in a skill like tailoring, hairdressing, or catering. And then I look for a grant, give them some small business startup fund. Then they are able to start a small business of their own and be able to stand up. Above all, I encourage them to save, whereby we save $2 every Friday. And then the money they save every Friday, they use that money to pay school fees for their children the coming year. So we give the money to them every second Saturday of January of the new year so that they're able to pay school fees for their children. Yeah. Now, for the girls in schools, there are these bright girls who come from very poor homes in the villages and in the slums, but they are very bright. They did very well in their exams at the primary level, and they are unable to join high school. So what I do is to identify these girls and then support them with high school education. This year, I have taken 18 girls to high school. And these girls are supported by people like me and you. We don't have that specific donor. We get money from different organizations in the US and in Canada. They give us one-time support. We put the money together, we invest the money, and at the end of the year, we use the money to pay school fees for the next bunch of students who are coming in. And also through the help of Jackie and many connections, we are able to make reusable sanitary towels for the girls. You find that period poverty in Kenya and Africa, it's all over, and the women and girls have challenges. So you find girls in schools, some miss school 4 to 5 days every month, and this really affects their grades. So I came up with this idea of making reusable sanitary towels, and thank God for Jackie for connecting me to different ladies. They send in some little money and we started making the reusable sanitary towels. The women who make these reusable sanitary towels are the women who have trained in tailoring and dressmaking. So they do it as a kind of volunteer, but we pay them something small, a few shillings to go and feed their children with after the volunteer work every day. So we do piecework. If you do this number of pieces, we pay you per piece to encourage them to work hard so that they make more pieces and they do good and quality work. So we take these sanitary towels and we distribute them to girls in schools. And I'm happy for what we are doing right now. We are almost through with our next batch for second term, which we are taking to Western Kenya. We have made 3,900 sanitary towels, courtesy of Girls Matter by Melissa Daly. So we are very happy for that. And then after that, we'll start again fundraising for third term. In Kenya, we have 3 terms in a year. That is, the school is on for 3 months. They close, they go for holiday. Then they come in again for 3 months. Then they go for holiday. Then they go for the longer holiday in December. So when they close school, we are busy making this reusable sanitary towels. Then when the schools open up, after they do their open exams, we are able to distribute the sanitary towels. Okay, someone may have a question on how do you get these women? These women are in small groups of 20, and after they have qualified, that is after the training, every woman brings in 2 women to the group. Then you go and look for 2 women who have the same challenges as you have. You sell the idea to them, then they join us. Now, when they join in our group, we don't just take them and ask them to start training. We take 3 months doing counseling and finding out what really they want to do with their life. And then we set goals. After setting the goals, they are trained in money management, business skills, how to find your customer, where to put your business and who are your target customers, family matters, gender and gender-based violence, how to deal with it, gender and development. So the 3 months is all about that. And in the 3 months, they don't meet every day because they still have to go to look for money to feed their children. So we do the training every Thursday of the week so that they have other days to go and do their own things. Then after the 3 months now, after setting their goals, they identify a business they would like to do. Then after that is when they go into the training of the same business for another 3 months. So after the 3 months, they have trained in catering or tailoring, dressmaking. As they continue, we attach them to someone with a similar business so that they are able to identify the challenges related to that kind of business they're getting themselves into. Once that is done, now we take them into the exit group, where now we help them find a grant. We have tried so many times to find grants here that are offered by the government, but we have had many challenges all the time. So what we do is we look for like-minded ladies who have a heart to help other women in Africa. And that is a one-time kind of donation. So you choose to help 1 or 2 women start a small business by donating your $300 or $400, depending on the business the woman is putting up. So once you give that, the woman is able to start a small business. Then after every 2 years, we have a conference. This conference, we invite people who have supported these women. For example, Jackie, if you support 1 or 2 women, after 2 years, in like next year in 2024, we are having a conference in September. So those who supported the women last year and this year will be coming to see what their money has done. So we welcome you, but you pay for your own ticket and accommodation. Then we provide food in the conference. We eat African, we dress African, we sit, eat, learn from each other, talk to the women, dance with them, visit the businesses they have started. Those who are still in school, you are able to visit them. For those who have supported girls in schools, they are able to visit the girls. That is why we put the conference in September. It's usually a Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So you are able to visit the girls in school. You go and see, check their performance, see what your money has done. And when you leave, you take photos with the girls, you can take the videos because the schools, we have signed agreements with the schools. So you can take photos, you can dance, eat with the children. Then you go back to the United States and show people, this is what I've been working hard for, and I've supported this number of girls in this country, and this is the impact that I've done. So Jali Sisters is impact-based. Right now, we are trying to upgrade our website so that it looks new. We did our website many years ago and it's been old and too old. So right now we are upgrading it to a new format where people can even donate any account of amount from $10, $20. $10 will help a girl have sanitary towels for a whole year. So don't look at $10 as very little amount. So when you send us $10, remember you have helped one girl stay in school for 1 year. So however little that donation is, we appreciate and we put it to good use. So thank you so much, Colleen. I can share the whole day, the many challenges that are here, the women are facing, the girls are facing. But together we move with the spirit of the game ahead. I know all it is going to be great. If I can just talk about peace building in schools, we also have a school ministry where we teach peace building and we also do counseling in schools. So peace is a lot of what we need because there's a lot of things going in people's minds, in children's minds. The absence of war doesn't mean that there is peace. There are people who are not in war zones, but still they have a lot in their heads, in their mind, and the mental ability needs to be worked on for them to be safe and for them to keep moving with their life. Thank you so much, Colleen. Jackie, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Lynette, for telling us all of the wonderful things that you're doing. And you know, that's what Twin is all about. When you become aware, I've always said the excitement of awareness, and that's exactly what we have here. Now, Lynette, I don't know if I gave you 2 organizations that I want you to also work with. One of them is She Can. Did I tell you about She Can?
Yes, you told me about She Can and the girls. The girls, our group that is in Form 4 that is almost completing their O-level education are going to apply once the results are out. So they apply and see if they can get the scholarships.
Good, good. Yes, it's a group in California.
Thank you.
And they take girls, like she said, that they are out of high school, they are brilliant. They just don't have a way to go on in education. So they take, I don't remember how many, and they have 5 mentors, bring them in the United States, give them a full college education, all of which is free, and be able to send them back to their country. So it's a wonderful program, and I'm so glad that you were part of it and that you were able to do that. The other one is one that's also part of my toolbox that I don't know if you know about. It's called Planet Startup. I might have spoken to you about it before. They had somewhat of a dormant existence for about 6 months, and now they're back on the picture. Did you ever talk to Planet Startup, which would help with the skill training?
Yes, I did. I wrote an email and I'm waiting for their response.
Okay, so that's why. So I'll tell you that's why. They're back up now.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, good. We got that, and I'll make sure you're on the list for that. So if nothing more, it's a matter of listening, realizing who in your database and your brain has the capabilities of assisting to fulfill needs. And I'm going to go into that at 11. However, the whole point is to listen and to see what's happening so that you can see what you can do to help with it. And I think that's probably the biggest part of Twin, is to be able to do that. Now, the interesting thing is that I'm speaking to the choir. Everyone here except Lynette, is part of Spirit of the Game. Roger's not there.
Just to be sure, is this the same fragment of the event? You want me to stop the live on YouTube, or we have to keep going?
I don't know what you say, what you think. We have about 20 minutes. The only other thing that we could have that I think would be very effective, and I'm not sure will be addressed well in the future. Dr. Geetha has so many ways of avocation for what she's doing. Can you share with us how having a broader global network might be able to assist you in some of the things that you're doing or the groups that you're working with? If that's all right with the rest of you, I'd like to hear more of that.
Oh, thank you, Jackie, for suggesting that. I've been waiting for Dr. Geetha to speak because of the fact that she's with the climate and sustainability and also agriculture.
Okay,
She
let's
has
get
a
her
lot
to
of
unmute.
advice.
Yeah.
Please speak.
Unmute, unmute. Unmute. Come on, Geetha, you can do it. Unmute.
Okay.
Now you're on. Okay, go for it.
Okay, that's my error. Yeah, thank you, Olive. And I already told you about my work in yesterday, Wednesday in our meeting also. We are trying to implement one project in the African continent also related with the sustainable and climate smart agriculture. Yeah, it's importantly or especially for the drought regions, because we are implementing one product. It's new to the or innovative to the world, because it's one solution for multiple problems. Nowadays, our planet is facing different multiple issues like climate change issues and food security or food poison, something like that. We didn't get good food or healthy food. Sometimes it's contaminated with different poisonous chemicals or pollutants, etc. So that we need to minimize such issues. So that we are trying to implement these products to different parts of the world. And initially, it started in USA, in a Louisiana state. Yeah. And we are trying to repeat this in several other places. And it also helpful to conserve the soil, nutrition, and its biodiversity, and reduce the impact of artificial fertilizers on soil, and mitigation against climate change, and the sustainable economic development for the farmers community and well-being of our nation or our society. That such a important work. I am part of that, and I am very pleased to introduce this to all of you today. And we are trying to implement this in a nearby future. Yeah, I am the director for that project for India. Actually, this product is coal waste based. We know that in some countries, the coal is used for the energy production in countries like India and China and several other countries using this less cost like product. It is it's available cheaply, and its cost is also very low. So that some countries are using this product in a vast or large amount for the energy production. We need to stop the use of the coal or coal waste in some other purposes, because we can convert this coal waste into some organic fertilizer that is helpful to grow the plants in a very well, and we will get good yield. Plus, soil will be more nutritious, and the plants will be more resilient against the diseases and the climate change issues, because it's good for a very good type of growth for or healthy plants. Yeah, it will be support the plants, its root or its stem will be more strong and more resilient against the diseases, so that we can reduce the artificial fertilizers used in farmlands, or some pesticides or some insecticides, etc. in farmlands, so that we can save environment plus the soil biodiversity, plus we can gain good economy from such sustainable type of climate farming activities, and we can mitigate against climate change. Yeah, it will be more good for drought area or a salt containing soil and any type of soil. This will be suitable for any type of soil, so that we can use in anywhere in the world for in a sustainable way of farming. We can save the marine environment also, because we know that if we use the artificial fertilizers in farmlands, it will definitely reach into the ocean, because it will leach by flood on rainwater or storms, etc. Sometimes it will leads to the blooming of poisonous algal bloom in the marine environment. It will be leads to economic loss and the various environmental issues in marine and coastal zones, and especially in our fisheries sector also, because we know that in a increasing percentage of these poisonous chemicals in our water or artificial fertilizers containing phosphorus and nitrogen, and this will extreme in a quantity in reached into the ocean, it will definitely lead to the formation of marine dead zones in a marine environment. Okay, so that we are trying to implement this product to solve these all issues with a single solution. Okay, I hope you learned about this well, and thank you so much for asking about this. And Olive, I will try to introduce everything after the implementation and our paperwork when I completed. I'll send to you every information, and we can do one group of farmers, and we need to organize and implement this project in your country also. I am so happy to assist you in this project. Thank you so much.
Great. That's beautiful.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Thank
Did
you
you
so
get a
much.
hold of
Gita.
Did you get a hold of Bright in Nigeria, a first choice fertilizer?
Yeah, we already start in one project in, I think it is in Uganda or something like that in Africa. One professor, I just forgot his name now, and I just emailed to you after a meeting. And yeah, he's just started this project in that locality or that community, farmers community, and they are doing in a good way. And we are choose some multiple countries or some locations in Africa, but didn't start yet because we are waiting for funding and something like, yeah.
Okay.
we need
Yeah.
funding.
Because there's a huge farming area also in
Yes.
Nigeria, as well as Sierra Leone. I mentor a fellow in Sierra Leone that would love to hear all about it. Of course, funding has a lot to do.
Yeah, we
with
know that
everything.
actually we know that nowadays we are facing different issues in a global or planetary health is deteriorating in a day by day. We need to mitigate or stop all these negativity or negative works or actions, and we need to save our environment and its natural things for us and for future generations also. We are the connecting link from present or the next future. We are the bridge between these gaps. We need to be strong and we need to be move forward. And as a woman, we can do much on these things, because I think men are also part of this. They will support us, and we need to move forward with such works and awareness programs, or educating other people around us, or sharing such information to everyone, and ask many women to join such movement. We need to do something like that. I think we can. The Game of Spirit Foundation also is the strongest. I believe we are joining some small group of women now, but we can multiply and we can add more and more. And we can share these informations to every continent or every islands and everywhere. Because I am also part of Island Innovation, and there is a big community around the globe, and they are the biggest unity for the island nations in the world. And we are trying to mitigate against the climate change issues, economic issues, and environmental issues and community. And we are trying to make a sustainable development in community and their well-being, etc. So that I think our work is just we can share this such community to or such women leaders too. Because I know many people in that community, and it's not a small work, because we know that it's a big challenge. Yeah, we need to do something. Already the time is running out. Yeah. So that we are trying to do something in a different ways. And but our goal is only one. It's a betterment of humanity and a better future of Earth. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Jacqueline and Olive.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah.
Gita.
Thank you, Dr. Gita. I think I'm going to close this session on YouTube so we can start the other one when Manuela will take the lead. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So do we know who Michelle is? Michelle is a new kid on the block.
Oh, hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Michelle. Tell us a
Yeah,
little about.
Michelle.
We got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,